Hey, what's up? Um, can you believe my phone just like overheated? Huh. Okay. Hey,
Hi, I'm
so
back.
sorry. So sorry.
No worries.
Um,
I just wasn't sure when it paused. I
oh,
think I was talking about, I don't know, what was I talking about?
you were talking about you did the POC local
Oh, the
fest.
POC Comedy Festival. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
So it lost its producer. I had started again. Oh, there it is.
No, it's
Uh,
back.
we're gonna do it again
Also, forgive
next
me, I'm learning
year.
this technology. Oh, you are?
Oh, no worries.
Can I come?
Well, I don't know. With the, we are probably gonna open it up to not just locals this time. So
Oh,
last
great.
year it was kind of a, we're checking things out kind of
Yeah.
thing. It went really well, so we're probably gonna open it up to national submissions this coming year. We are a little nervous. We lost our city of Austin funding, got
Oh.
shut down, and we were really
Oh.
counting on it for festival funding. They decided they weren't being diverse enough in their offerings of money, is what I'm told. So they're shutting it down
Oh.
for a while until they can figure out how to fix this situation where most of the money was going to the white arts.
Yeah.
So,
The white
uh,
arts.
yes. So now we're having some issues with, if anyone has some ideas for funding outside of our city, please let me
Yeah.
know.
So
We have the
the
space.
central. Let me just try, understand. I don't.
Yes.
My brain is slow. I'm slow. Maybe this is okay. So you have already a diverse fest, but they were told that they need to diversify the funds that they have for the arts program. So
Okay,
they.
so last year, the person who was in charge of it, who is no longer in charge, she had gotten funding somewhere else. I don't even know
Mhm.
where. She got grants
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Sure.
And she was in charge of an Asian arts group
Yep.
that produces plays and sketch and improv.
Hmm.
And she left, and we were counting on that we would be able to just easily get the City of Austin festival funding to help
Yeah.
pay for it without really thinking anything of it. But then they had this meeting a few weeks
Mm.
ago where they had gotten a lot of complaints because most of the money had gone to white artists,
Hmm.
and our demographics are about 40% white, 30%, 35% Latino, and then, like kind of 10% Asian, 10% Black, roughly, very roughly.
Hmm.
So with most of it going to white artists, obviously that's not like 40%.
Mm.
So there had been a lot of complaints, is what I heard. And then they uh, basically had this big meeting and decided we just need to shut down the whole thing for like a
Mm.
year and a half or whatever.
Hmm.
So, anyhow, what I'm saying is we're intending to have open submissions for this
Yeah.
People of Color Comedy Festival, which would include stand up,
Hmm.
sketch, improv for a couple days. I'm just not 100% sure about the funding. We do have the space
Yeah.
for free through our kind of residency thing that Escandalo has with the Mexican American Cultural Center here.
Hmm.
They really like the idea of the POC Comedy Festival, so they're letting us host it there, and that's
Oh,
for
cool.
free. So that's nice. We have the
Yeah.
space. Yay.
Mm. Look how
Uh,
easy it is. Just open the door
yes. And then
and
as a
then work.
side thing, I
Yeah.
had started something called ATX Stage Diversity, inspired by the lady who started the POC Comedy Festival. And we've had a couple of community meetings. So where through both written surveys and just kind of speaking in a big room together, we've had like maybe 40 or 50 people each time. We've discussed what's it like being a person of color in the performance arts, inclusion,
Mm.
tokenism,
Mm.
all those things.
Yeah.
So, and they're going to be a co-producer. That group will be a co-producer also of the PLC Comedy Festival, and we're hoping to do other kind of projects.
ATX stage
Stage diversity.
stage diversity. That is a collective of folks who care about making the stages in
Yeah.
Austin diverse.
Yeah.
Am I
So at
understanding
this point,
that? Yeah.
oh, I was saying we have like a kind of a little committee that's put on these mixers, and then we're hoping to branch out a little bit. So far, if you go find us on Instagram or Facebook, we put out stuff that's just of interest to anyone who's a person of color in the performance arts.
Oh, okay.
So we might put out articles about, you know, dance or improv or whatever's been going on.
Yeah.
Like Rita's article. Did everybody see that one? Where she talked about not being in, I think, on the UCB stage, even though she, you know, as an Asian woman.
Oh, yeah, I remember
with
that.
all her experience. So we post articles like those,
and
then we promote local people of color performance artists.
Oh,
like
that's
we
great.
say what they have going on.
Yeah, that's awesome. Just like a support, just like a never-ending resource of support. We need that.
Yes.
That's great. That's wonderful. So in this work, how long? This is fairly new, right? Like within the last 3 years, maybe?
Yeah. So I founded it in February. Very quickly, a couple of my friends with the Scandalo and Latino Comedy Project jumped in to help. And we've since grown a little more. Then we started having the community meetings late last year.
All right.
So it's still kind of a baby community. Most of what we're doing right now is just that sharing of information.
This is what I love. This is all it is. That's all. The majority of the work is just that. It's like getting on the phone, texting a person, meeting a person, shaking their hand, building that relationship, following up, saying, hey, get in here, come to this thing, and constantly doing. That's all. That there's a lot of like other smaller stuff, but the bulk of it is just that. It's can we actually build relationships? Can we have rapport? Can we enjoy people off stage as well? You know, and it's a new. It's not a new frontier, but it feels like a new frontier in this millennial kind of world. We're in the Trump America. Okay, so that's fascinating. Just everybody who's just tuning in, we're talking to, say your name one more time. Laura.
No, Laura Galan Wells.
Say that? I'm not going to say it right.
It's Laura. And then Galan.
Galan?
Wells.
Wells. Oh, I can say that. Galan Wells. Laura Galan Wells from Austin, Texas. And is the now like the header-upper of the of many things, right? Looking into the POC Improv Festival in Austin coming up next year. Also, you help run a collective, ATX Diverse Stages, which is basically
ATX
like
Stage Diversity. Yeah,
it's like just like a squad. If you could just have a squad that just like always supported
it's our
you.
hashtag squad goals. It's a really great group of people, very diverse.
It's so good. It's what it does is it validates and affirms everything that you do on like a public level, which just makes, I don't know, man, that has an impact. I think like if anybody's of color shouts me out and they don't do improv or they do it and they're like, oh yeah, go John, I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, thank you. I don't know. I like that idea a lot. So I'm gonna switch gears quick. Is there any other works you've been doing that you want to talk about? Or
I guess just a shout out to Escándalo. It's my main gig. It's my improv group where, like I said, Hideout Theater started it as a all Latino thing.
Hideout.
Also want to shout out Hideout Theater. They have done the most dramatic work in diversifying, I guess. They had diversity scholarships. At this point, they have 50% people of color on their main stages and student main stages. Which is kind of a big deal in Austin.
Yeah. Like this is recently. This is not like.
No, this has been over the last year and a half, and they have starting last year, January or so. They have a 1-year position that's paid. That's a diversity coordinator. And their whole job is just going to auditions, talking to the owners. Like people can come to them anonymously if they feel uncomfortable. Like, I don't feel like this is a safe space. Or this happened in my class. So I just have just so much respect for the Hideout Theater owners. They've done a lot of hard work and it's paying off now. Yeah.
And the communities believes it. Because a lot of
Oh,
times these programs roll out and people of color look at it with a side eye. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
kind
And
of,
so I think there was some like a little suspicion, like, you hear things like
yeah,
at the beginning for sure, because it had been such a majority white space for so long,
yeah,
especially before the new theaters owners came in.
yeah.
And then, but now I mean, it's just such a diverse community, just naturally, like,
That's
the
great.
people volunteering, the people working, the people improvising in there,
Yeah,
that it just feels very, I guess, natural. Like,
good.
oh, this is the real world. Like when you see those
Yeah,
commercials where there's people of all different colors and you're
yeah,
like, this is actually what life is like.
yeah. A
And
hundred
it's
percent.
beyond tokenism. Like they've
Yeah.
gotten
You're like, am I in
beyond
New
that
York
awkward
or is this
stage.
some futuristic? What is this?
Yes.
Some
Yes.
sort of
What is
sci-fi thing?
this?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've gotten
Where
to
am
the point wwhere directors are people of color,
I? Yeah.
like
Yeah.
frequently because they've been in there long enough to have all that experience.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
So,
They really have. We're talking about Shannon Stott, I think, on some level too, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Shannon Stott is a national treasure, somebody that is beloved. Is from Austin,
Yes.
Texas. Is a
She's
black
one of the
woman.
teachers.
She's one of the teachers, and I think is now starting to change the narrative for herself. And I think we
Yes.
can all learn something from that.
Yeah, she has a YouTube channel now that y'all should check out. Shannon
Boom.
Stott.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'm gonna end the episode today because I don't want to have my phone die. It feels like it's getting warmer right now. I don't want to go to the Apple Store. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna Google it. We don't,
Oh no.
Does your phone ever overheat? I don't know what's going on.
Not only in the summer if I've left it in a beach bag all day. So
Oh,
that
okay.
sounds really bad because it shouldn't be summer in Minneapolis, right?
No. I think I just had it under the sun in the car. That's probably what it was.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
happened if I leave it in the car.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
that has happened. That's normal.
Whew. Hallelujah. Yes, Lord. I cannot get another phone right now, Lord. Yes.
No, it's
Okay.
probably fine. I've had people like put it like under a bag of ice cubes just to like
Oh.
revive it faster. So maybe if you can find something cold,
Oh. Jill
put
says
on
it
it.
might be the wrong voltage charger. You genius, you. Because I think I was using 2.1 amp on my car. Okay.
Oh,
I think that's the problem. We're back in the game, baby. Who wants to do an interview? Let's go. I'm back. I'm just not gonna plug it in. I see Marina, are you here? I just wanna and while I'm getting these people, I want you to think about what you need as you an artist and what your like your initiatives need. This is something I
okay.
got from Giant Steps, which was a conference that we had annually for artists, and so something to think about.
Yeah, I would just say that our need right now would just be creative grant funding that's not within our city. Honestly, we just didn't research it because we're like, oh, this will be easy.
You did what?
Obviously, we're going to get this grant. I said we just thought grant funding would be easy,
Oh
but now we
yeah,
don't have that city funding available. So if
gotcha.
anyone feels like sharing any resources, just
Yeah,
message me, latina.nerd on
mm,
Instagram.
yeah,
Thank you for
that's
having me.
yeah. Thank you. I'll talk to you
Bye.
soon. Bye. Let's do maybe one more if I can get one more. Do we have anybody from? I don't know. Oh man, I think folks that you know. Well, I'm not sponsored by Bumble officially, but let's make that happen. I don't. I don't know how that works. Well, I think I might do this during these times just to kind of like see what's happening around the world. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let's keep learning and laughing and keeping our phones cool. All right. It's still stupid. Bye, y'all.